Hello, and welcome to today's setting of intentions. Um, I I just want to welcome you, and I want to thank you if you're joining live. Amazing. Hey Star Child, if you are watching the replay, I think this is still a very valid video. Basically, what we're here to do today is set intentions. And what's amazing for me today about setting intentions with the new moon is that it's basically a clear slate. It's kind of starting a new cycle. And so we are allowed to kind of recalibrate our energy and put ourselves back in alignment with where we want to be. So basically, let's just start out with, hey, Tamara. I'm so happy. Thank you so much for joining. Ladies, you're so wonderful. But basically, so let's just start with intentions. So an intention is basically a plan of action. It is an aim that we are taking. And setting an intention is basically you are drawing a map for yourself to follow your dreams and to pursue your goals. So goals are a future destination, right? And our intentions are the present moment. So what seed of intention do you want to plant today? Hey, Carolyn. What is that seed of intention? What can you do today that will put you closer or in alignment with where you want to be? Do you intend to lead by example? Do you intend to love unconditionally? Do you intend to see the goodness in life and be grateful for everything that you are given? I want to remind you that I'd like to really stay in the positive. So I don't want to be afraid of fear. Hey, Laurie. So instead of that, we can rephrase that to, I have the courage and the strength to see me through this task, right? So we want to focus on what we want more of. So you may have a specific intention. You may need the time that we're going to take to get more in touch with what your heart actually wants. But like, let's say if you want to create more, paint more, love more, just do that. Take one small step, make that one mark. So if you want to paint every day and it's 11:30 and you're just going, I'm tired and I don't want to paint anything today, mark one paint swipe, right? Just one more step and just see where that goes. So the new moon is actually at 7:30. And so I just wanted to share kind of some breathing exercises, kind of get ourselves into a more sacred space. I'm in my energy corner, I'm calling it right now. And it basically has some of my paintings. This is where a lot of happiness and creativity and energy happens in this corner. It's a great corner. Maybe you want to light a candle. Maybe you have a favorite drink. Speaking of which, hydration is key. So if you have water or something close by. But basically, I just want to invite you. Thanks, Jack. I just want to invite you into a place of comfort for you. I have my diffuser going. I've got Valor, got my Young Living Valor in right now, just getting pumped for all the new beginnings that start today. It's nice to have with the moon. It's this time where you can really make a difference, but it's not so far in the future that you can still focus. Your intention is your present moment, where you're going, what you're doing in this day. So yeah, if you, like I said, diffuser or candle, I would recommend having your journal close by. If you're not really a journaler, maybe it's like a paper tablet. I'm going to go ahead and just use sketchbook, totally, Link. Yeah, so if you want to do in your art journal, if like maybe something will come to you that you can create your symbol. Any CCFC ladies? Symbols, or what it is that you are intending, and then how can you remind yourself every day of that, and just kind of check back in. I'd love to use this group, Life is Your Masterpiece, or my page, Mad Maisha, however it is that you want to keep in touch. If you want accountability partners, if you want to share this with your family, your social media family, whatever it is to help you really set those intentions and live in alignment with what you're trying to do, right? Where you're trying to be. So when you are ready, you can get comfortable. I've been so energetic today, just such great energy. I don't know how many of you saw my story, but I got this new Rainbow Warrior Awaken deck, and I was so excited to be back in the studio. What am I going to do? Where's my energy going to go? And I pulled these 3 cards, and it's pretty obvious. The message is pretty clear. I think I'm backwards. I think I'm mirrored for all of you, but wisdom. I got the direction, Northwest, wisdom. My color was the indigo, intuitive vision, and my quality card is intuition. So, okay, I'm going to go ahead and just pay attention. And then all of a sudden I was called like, oh, it's a new moon, and I'm ready to set new intentions just for where I'm at in my life cycle. And I don't know about any of you, how you feel. If you're ready to try something new, ready to start fresh, ready to say, okay, now I'm going to focus on this. Now's the time. Perfect. So, when you are ready, let's just comfortable. I would normally be in a hoodie, but I'm in my favorite little top. I think technically it's a maternity top, and I love that. I've never needed a maternity top, but I have one anyway. But it's comfortable, and it's what I like. So, get comfortable, and we'll start focusing on our breath. I'm going to take a long inhale through our nose. Exhale through the mouth. You may want to close your eyes. But really, we're just bringing ourselves present. No, we're going to come up with our intention. We're going to get into a place, Tamara, we're going to get into a place where we can discover if we don't already have an intention. We will definitely breathe into that. So as you're connecting with your breath, I want you to go ahead and I want you to notice if you have any tension in your body. You can either put a hand on it, you can breathe relaxation into it. And when you exhale, oh no. No, thank you. I love my nephew, and that's about as far as we're going there. Anyways, inhale, exhale. When you exhale, release that tension in your body. Release what no longer serves you. Make your inhales and your exhales long and smooth. We are trying to create space to allow our hearts to shine through today, to really guide us into what we really truly want, where our intentions need to aim. Whatever it is that you do want, or you want to see, or you want to be, visualize that. What emotions would you feel? What might you be wearing? How would you be acting? Who would you be talking with? And how did you get there? What steps did you take to get there? What is the one thing that you can do today that will bring you closer to where you want to go? What is it that you might need more of? Is it courage? Is your intention to meet each situation with compassion? Is it to be grateful? What is that present moment that you would like to set for this new moon? Connect with your breath, the inhales and the exhales. And if you feel clear on your intention, maybe you have more than one. If you want to attach a symbol to that, or if you just want to put it down in writing, if you can say it out loud, what is your intention? What is that path that you are aiming your arrow down? I want to intend to continue to listen to my intuition. I want to meet each day with joy and creativity. And I intend to meet every day with compassion. If you'd like to share your intention, feel free. If you want to just write it down, I actually have a painting started from meeting each day with joy. Started with a meditation from Whitney Freya. April is a really good month. If you are not familiar with Whitney's work, whitneyfreya.com, definitely check her out. Any course you're enrolled in, you'll get into these pop-up Zooms with these meditations. So I have attached this symbol of Laughing Buddha. It's a work in progress, but that is going to be my symbol for joy, to remind myself. Home, yes. Release the old, clear space, and open and willing to embrace the new. Beautiful. Absolutely. Love that. And take a look if you if you don't necessarily have a symbol, if you want to attach a symbol to it, but you're not really sure maybe what that looks like, I'm not entirely sure what my compassion symbol is going to look like yet, because I do paint, and I want everyone to paint because it makes me happy, and so I feel like it's going to make other people happy. If you want to follow along with me, we can definitely get towards a symbol. I think I'm just going to start by filling a canvas with color, and I'll write my intention. I intend to meet every situation with compassion and see where it goes. But if you have a symbol you want to attach to this to remind you when you think of that symbol, or if you see that symbol, you can attach it to that intention to remind you to keep re-aiming that arrow. Because you may find, think about, as an archer, like an actual archer, you'll get tired and you'll let go a little bit, or you're slack, or may get distracted, and that's okay. But it's a matter of re-aiming that arrow. And that's what I'm hoping to do with you, is get to that point where we can all remind ourselves and be accountability buddies and help everyone realize their intention and have it manifest. So with that, we are almost at the new moon. So if you haven't taken the time, or if you need more time, go ahead and connect with yourself to get your intention, or to be very clear. And that's another thing is, Lori, my friend Lori, is definitely a person that can attest to this. Be very specific with your intention. Ask for something that's very specific, and be open. If you pray for openness, and understand that may not, your idea of what it should be may not end up being what it is, but it may be better. If you are looking for more love or more compassion, and you all of a sudden get this very resistant situation, remember that that's just there to show you, give you an example of, let's meet this with compassion, right? So again, we're just re-aiming our arrow in the direction of our intention. And those intentions throughout the days will get us to help us pursue our dreams, follow our dreams. So I hope I hope you got something out of that. I hope that we can definitely keep in touch. I will absolutely keep in touch, if not before. I'm definitely doing a check-in at the quarter moon, because that's going to be when the energy comes back, where if you have limiting beliefs, which you might, but if you do, reach out, because definitely our limiting beliefs are the number one contributor to not realizing our dreams and goals, because we think of all the ways we can't do this instead of all the reasons that the universe is conspiring with us to have our dreams become reality. And I really do believe that. Think about all the ways that things are working in your favor. Everything is here to love you. It will work out. Trust in the process. So with that, I will sign off with the new moon. Thank you so much for joining me. And again, if you're watching the replay, I think it's just as relevant now. Set your intentions when you are ready. If you want to wait for the new moon cycle, that's totally up to you. But just give yourself that intention in those times, that cycle that allows you to feel into what your intentions are. So again, thank you so much. Have a wonderful evening. Oh yeah, if you want to do a soul scribble, sure. Yeah. So Lanique, absolutely. With the new moon, if you want to do a soul scribble, if you've never done a soul scribble before, it is a lot of fun. I'll go ahead. I didn't even, let's get this. Okay. So if you've never done a soul scribble before, basically you take, oh, wonderful, Star Child. Perfect. Soul scribble time. Okay. You asked for it. Here it is. So soul scribble, we can take our mark making. Yes, everyone's great at soul scribbling. Soul scribbling. Tongue twister today. I have my mark making tool. I'm going to use a black Sharpie just so it's easier for you to see. And basically you can just ask the paper. I've got my art journal. And just close your eyes with your intention. So, okay, so my intention is I intend to meet every day, every situation with compassion. So every day, every situation with compassion. And I'm just going to go ahead. I'll even do it this way for you. So I'm going to go ahead, and I'm going to even use my non-dominant hand just to really get into it. And I'm just going to go ahead and scribble. Not necessarily doing anything specific. It's probably a little bit more than I needed, but apparently it's exactly what I needed. And then I'm just going to go through and see what I see. Do you see anything in your soul scribble that stands out? You can rotate your paper. You know, what is it? I'm going to go ahead and look just because it's mirrored on my... Okay, so I don't know about you, but I kind of see a fish, like almost like a cross between a betta fish and I don't know what kind of fish. Another elephant? Cool. Oh yeah, totally could be an elephant. Totally. So whatever it is that you see in your soul scribble, go ahead and write it down. Look up the symbolism. So, you know, if you were Lanique and you saw this and you're like, oh, it's an elephant, you know, go ahead and look up the symbolism for elephant. See if that matches with your intention. See how that fits in with what you're doing. So I see this like betta fish, I guess, maybe. Let's see, a whale. I love it. I got a whale in my Super Soul Flow meditation today. It was really awesome. For those of you in Unstoppable Dream or CCFC. Yeah, so I got a humpback whale, a bat, an orchid, and a clematis. So, snakes are a good one. Snakes are, yep, that shedding of your skin, starting new. Okay, so go ahead if you have your, let's see. I'm going to go ahead and just check on the fish symbolism real quick. There's a couple different, right? Let's see. Okay, so kind of a betta fish, angel fish. Yes, this is, okay, if you're looking to develop a genuine connection with the divine, working with the angel fish as a spirit guide and power animal is ideal. It's a colorful creature with which corresponds with the water element, which makes sense. I like that. Maybe it's a koi. I don't know. That's it. I'll have to read a couple of these. And I do that. quite often. If I'm not sure, new beginnings, how perfect is that with your snake? Oh, that's perfect, right? So I tend to look at the symbolism. And so if it's a fish and I'm not quite sure, like with the whale, I'm up until this point have not considered myself a whale expert. And so I saw this specific image of this whale and I looked it up and I found out it was in fact a humpback whale, which was cool because my humpback whale symbolism, I was working with one of my worries, working through that and trying to find a symbol that would remind me that I no longer had to worry about that. And the humpback whale represented peace, compassion, and love. And it was so wonderful, and that's really why it came through. And so a lot of times with the symbols, if you're not quite sure, and so let's say there's a couple, like I said, there's a couple different fish that I was like, maybe it could be an angelfish, maybe it could be a beta fish, I'll go through and figure it out. But if I look at the, koi fish and I'm like, oh yeah, greater sense of unity with your family. The koi teaches us to live in reciprocity with all of nature. Yeah. So yeah, so Linique, definitely Linique was saying that she has two of her turns, she sees an elephant, then she can see a lion. So look at all of those symbols and see what, yeah. Hey Brent, I miss you. Oh, that makes me so happy. So just go ahead and look at the symbolism and whatever strikes a chord within you, just kind of take note of that and see where that is, see where that goes, and just what that looks like, how that helps move you and align you with where you want to be. So thank you all so much for joining me. I so appreciate it. I just love chatting. I love doing fun, artistic, creative stuff. So yeah, if you want to really get in, if you want to start painting some symbols and working with, heck yeah, totally take both. If you see an elephant and a lion, take both of those. Those are great energies. Heck yeah, work with that medicine, and remind yourself, so if you want to paint an elephant or if you want to paint a lion or if you want to paint a popsicle or whatever it is that you saw, like I'm happy. I'll totally do a live every day. Oh, you're sweet. Gosh. It's crazy that it's been so long since we've seen each other, but we'll get back to it. But yeah, so I'll totally go live. So if you want to join me, let's just do that. If you want to join me tomorrow is Mark Making Monday. Oh, Jackie, thank you. Tomorrow's Mark Making Monday. So if you haven't joined me on those, I'm going to be uploading some videos to YouTube. So it's, maybe easier to find. But also it's on Facebook. I don't know much about Facebook, so I'll see if I can add some, like what's it called? Category or a folder or something. But I definitely can in YouTube. So I'll upload those videos. Mark Making Monday is super fun. It allows you just some space to be creative without having to worry about what your end result is going to be. And so yeah, I'll totally go live probably tomorrow morning. So if you don't have paint, you can get paint, and you can definitely, I'll record this. And yeah, let's just go through and do some process painting and get to where we want to be, right? Follow, and just, every day we can just check in with our intention, spend our 15 minutes with our intention, and I'll just I'll take you through a process if you'd like. So there's my invitation to you. I'll walk you through the process of just checking in with your intention every day and just bringing it to the forefront, just reminding you that it's there, and remembering to re-aim that arrow if it's askew a little bit. So yeah, that sounds perfect. So again, thank you again. So many times I keep saying like, oh, this time for real, but I do. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks for joining me. And I hope that you write your intention. And if you want, start a book that's just like your intention notebook or sketchbook, or throw it in, you know, with what you're doing. I definitely recommend dating it, you know, so you can see kind of where you're going, where you've been, kind of watch, you know, if there's any patterns that come up. So anyway, again, have a wonderful evening. Thank you for joining me. If you're watching the replay, thank you. And I'll see you next time. I'm awesome. You're awesome. Let's be awesome together.